Hi guys, my name is Sierra, also known as Ivana, and welcome back to my corner of the internet. Today, we'll be reading The Confessions of Anansi. I'm weary, and as I lay amongst the trash for shade in the yard, I fear that I may soon dead. It's been very hot in Jamaica today, so I'm resting here, quite exhausted, peeping out to see what happens. Massa Alvin has been away all day, presumably working hard on his few acres. But he's just sauntered through the gate, carrying a bundle of kindling under his left arm and swinging his trusty cutlass in the other, amidst a noisy outcry from the yard dogs. "Dinner ready yet, Winnie?" he calls over to his wife, who's busy preparing the pick-me-for bath. "Won't be long," she replies, without turning her head. With a nod, Alvin puts down the wood and, leaning the hard-worked cutlass against the house step, he removes his laceless work boots, then rubs his stubbly beard, a regular habit that always precedes a good wash. Taking off his old cap, he reveals a head of unkempt curly black hair, then prepares to wash in a bowl of cold water that has been awaiting his return. He looks down at his reflection, smiles at his weather-beaten face, rubs hard at his tobacco-stained teeth with his index finger. Then, taking a deep breath, he plunges his head into the water, immediately re-emerging to make a great splutter that awakens a smile on Winnie's face. "Miss sell out the A.K.A. on Mandeville Road today," declares Winnie. "Good, we need the money." They both work hard to feed and educate their family. This morning I'd seen Winnie send their 2 daughters off to school, and they'll soon be back, so she's frying up some fish bought from the traveling vendor. They're sizzling away in a Dutch pot that's standing on an open wood fire, and the smell of spices pervades the yard. Another bowl on the porch has been standing in the sun to warm for the baby's bath. 2 cross sticks sit over the bowl to keep the duppies or the ghosts away. Winnie's a tall, fair-skinned, Maasai-like woman who flaunts a large, thick nose but most unusual blue eyes. The latter, along with her complexion, she inherited from her great-grandmother, following an unwelcome liaison with the white boss, or Brooker Massa, back in the days of slavery. She stands, the sleeves of her white blouse rolled up to her elbows, her floral skirt flowing down to her bare feet, ready for the splashy tasks to come. Her loving smile at Alvin's washing contortions reveals that her teeth are where they can usually be found in a glass of water on the dining room sideboard. She never wears them about the house, only displaying her dentures when she goes out or when special company calls. She would never dream of having them in to eat her food. As she's just about to wash her youngest, 2 girls arrive home from school, resplendent in their light blue uniform dress, dark blue ties, and white blouses. Throwing down their satchels, they greet their mother with an affectionate tug of her plaited hair. "Put your arms up, them," and mother carefully pulls off each white blouse, ready to wash, dry, and iron for the following day. "Go get a cold drink, then do your work." Oh dear, there's that cat again. I cower down, not wishing to draw its attention, for she loves to eat the likes of me. Why doesn't she go look for a lizard up an orange tree? There she goes, so I can sigh with relief. Winnie finishes bathing Nathan, then calls out, "Come for your dinner," and everyone bustles indoors. With aching joints, I crept across the yard, climb up the veranda, slip into the dining room, scale unseen up the wall, and hide high up in the corner, ready to look down on the gathering. They sit at the table, and food is served. A word of prayer is offered up, and Alvin asks for a blessing from their God, who they call Jehovah. They have forgotten Naomi. Patiently waiting and listening, I hope to hear some mention of my name, but to no avail. A whole evening passes, with not a single mention of Anansi. Father informs Winnie, "May I go plant corn tomorrow?" Mother grunts in reply, then observes, "Nathan, I'm not well." It appeared that he might be coming down with something. Patrice and Gianna hear none of this, but jabber on incessantly about something new at school they call a computer. But never one solitary word about me. There was a time, long ago, after dinner was over, when the old folks would gather around a fire outside and begin telling of much-loved tales about my outrageous adventures. My name was known throughout Jamaica and across the sea in a faraway Africa. But now no one pays me heed, and many moons have passed since my name was bantered around the village. No longer am I the subject of good-humored stories that began in Ghana, where I was born. This makes me fearful, for I begin to wonder whether my people still believe in me. Without their love and affection, I know I will die. For a long time now, my strength has been ebbing away, so I pine, yearning for those happier times, when each day was full of exciting schemes. Oh, to trap some gullible victim with a well-thought-out trick. Resting here, I fell into an uneasy sleep. My dreams taking me back to Ghana, where I was conceived in and born from the minds of the Ashanti nation. My father is the mighty sky god Naomi, and my mother is Asaya. My father named me Kwaku Anansi, and after he and I brought forth the sun, the moon, and the stars, we set about the task of creating mankind. And I taught these beings how to tend the land and grow crops of grain, and they worshipped me. Some of them, however, called me a villain, the sly and crafty one, the mischievous trickster. But this was my way of showing them how to free themselves from those who would bind them. I taught them that by using their brains they could outwit their enemies and be victorious over those who would persecute them. Sometimes I appeared to them as a man, but more often I came as a spider. In this form, I would tiptoe around their nation, tricking anyone who might try and take advantage. I taught my people that one could survive in times of tribulation by working brains or cunning, and that crafty tricks could often help the weak to triumph over the strong. My name has been spelled and said in many ways, from Anansi to Ananti, from Hanansi to just Nancy by my friends. Sometimes Bra is put before my name, like my cousin Bra Rabbit, who lives in the land to the west and the north. Later, they call me Spider-Man. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Stay tuned for the next one. Bye.